Hey guys, it's Emily. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be some advice I have that I wish I knew before going into my freshman year of college. If you see me look down during this video, I do have like a list like with bullet points so I can just keep on track of what I'm trying to say and don't get really off topic. The first and I think the most important tip or advice I would give to anyone going into college is just be yourself, because that's like, just be yourself. You're gonna meet so many people. Depending on what size school you go to, there still are so many people, and if you're just yourself, you'll click with other people that are truly like you. This is the best way to build long-term relationships, healthy relationships with people. It's not like high school, where I just feel like in high school people would always try to be like somebody else and they would act certain ways because of other people to be friends with them, and it's just not like that in college, not like that at all. So okay, the next thing, I know that you've already probably heard this from your high school teachers or just from other people, but time management is so important. And I struggled with this my first year a couple times, even though I heard people tell me over and over again, time management, like it's important. I still struggled. And I would recommend making like a study plan so that you know like what you need to do and when you need to do it. It's just really important because your work will pile up and you won't realize. If you procrastinate, you're gonna end up having to cram for your exams, and it's just not a good idea. I do not recommend that. Just try to plan the best you can. Schedule in things if you need to. If you guys want me to, I could do a video just on like how to plan your school workload if you want, or I could do like how I time manage. Just let me know and I can do that. Okay, kind of relating to time management, it is really important to find a good planner that you will actually use, because you're gonna need it. Like, even if you haven't used a planner your whole life, you're gonna need one. And even if it is using your calendar on your phone, you could do that if that works for you. I personally like to have a paper planner because I like to write everything down. This is a really good way to keep track of due dates and exam days, just because your work's gonna add up and there's a chance that you could forget an assignment and not realize.
It's like, oh my gosh, this assignment's due tomorrow.
Like, you might freak out, but if you have it written down every single day, open your planner, check it, and just see what stuff is going to be due in the next week or so. Okay, so the next advice I have is just that stressing that it is important to read a professor's syllabus. Like usually the first week of your classes is like getting to know the professor, what you're going to be doing in the class, and they give out the syllabus, sometimes known as like syllabus week. But it is important that you do read the syllabus, and they sometimes have what their expectations are and their guidelines, because every professor is different. Like, some do not accept late work at all, some do give you a little leeway, like, and they'll give you partial credit, and some will give you full credit. It just depends on the professor, but just make sure you know their rules ahead of time, and they'll also usually have all of your due dates and all of your exam days. When I get my syllabus, I like to write in all of my assignments and all of my exams into my planner the first week of classes, so that I already have everything in there for the whole year. Yes, sometimes things will change, but most of the time they're pretty close or around that time range, so it's just always good to write them all down during that syllabus week. The next tip that I have for incoming freshmen is don't be afraid to sit up at the front of a class, especially if you struggle with the subject, or even if you're just really interested in the class. Those are two reasons that I think it's great to sit up front. I get if it's like a blow-off class and you're not worried about it at all, like, go ahead, sit in the back. But if you really want to be engaged and you want the professor to notice you, then you want to sit up at the front of the class. Also, with that tip, I recommend you go to class early for the first week so that you can get those front seats. Next is office hours. At first I wasn't doing this, but then halfway through the year, I started to, and I realized it does actually make a difference. Go to your professor's office hours. It is a great way to build a bond with your professors and for them to get to know you more, and most of them will help you. They will break things down into easier ways to understand them because you're having that one-on-one time. When you're in a classroom with all of those students, it's hard for them to tailor things to each student. But if you go and you take time out of your day, they'll take time out of their day to help you. Just going to their office hours kind of shows them that you are a good student, and there's a chance that they may help you out at the end of the semester. If you're really close to the next letter grade, they may bump you up. If you have a really high B, they may bump you up to an A, just because they know how much effort you put in and you came to their office hours. I definitely recommend going to office hours. The next tip I have is about books. Books are super expensive. I don't understand why they are as expensive as they are, but here's some things that you can do to try to save some money. I don't recommend buying all of your books before the first week of classes. Sometimes during the first week of class, you'll learn that you will not use the book at all, or that it's not required. Or you could ask students that have taken the class in the past if you really need the book for the class. If you do need the book, then I recommend, before buying it from your school's bookstore, look at other places like Amazon, or I think Chegg might sell books, but just look at any other places you could buy them from and compare prices, try to find the best deal. And you even have the option of renting. Sometimes you can rent books through Amazon, and sometimes, I know at Slippery Rock we can rent books through our bookstore, so just look at all your options, find the best deal and what will work best for you. If it's for a class that you know the textbook you'll never use again, then rent for sure. The next tip I have is check your emails. You will get so many emails. Some of them will be junk emails, they will not even matter, but try to keep up with them. Set a time during the day that you're going to sit down and read through them, or turn on your notifications for your emails on your phone so that you get them right away. Once you get the notification, if you know it's junk mail, just delete it. If not, leave it there and check back at it later so you can read it, because professors will inform you of things on there. You will learn about cancellations, change of dates. Sometimes they'll send you a study guide, or it's just really important that you keep track of your emails because you might miss important information. Join as many clubs as possible. If your school has an involvement fair, definitely go, because you can learn about all the clubs that the campus has and sign up for the ones that you think you're interested in. If you don't end up liking it after the first meeting or so, you don't have to join. But this is a great way to make friends and just find things to do when you have downtime. The next tip I have for incoming freshmen is to meet your dorm neighbors. Go knock on the doors in your halls and just introduce yourself to people, because this is how you can make really good friends. My 3 roommates for next year all lived on my floor last year. And this doesn't always happen for everyone. I did live in a LLC, which is pretty much people that have similar majors as you. So we did all get along because of similar interests, but also we built great friendships. Knock on your neighbors' doors and introduce yourself. You never know, you might end up making a lifelong friend. Use the on-campus resources. Most campuses have so many resources that are included in your tuition, so you might as well make use of them. Tuition isn't cheap, get your money's worth. Use the gym, the study centers, the library, the counseling center, the health center. There's so many resources on campus that are all included in your tuition. You can go to tutoring centers and they will help you with your homework. They will help you with classes that you struggle in. You can go, I know at Slippery Rock we have a writing center. You can bring in rough drafts and they'll help you make corrections on your essays. We have places that you can go and sit down and talk to someone, and they can help you balance your workload and make study schedules. And there's so many things you can do. Go to your gym, and a lot of times they offer classes like yoga classes. I know at Syllabus we have cycling classes. It's all included in your tuition, so use them. Explore the food options. You don't want to end up only eating ramen noodles or Easy Mac or just eating the same things over and over again. It's important that you have a balanced diet so that you can function properly. So there should be so many options for food, and I know it might not seem like it, but there are healthy options for you to eat. At Slippery Rock, we have almost like a buffet style place called Boozle, and you can go, and if you want to, you can eat pretty much anything. There's so much stuff, but it's really important that you just have balanced meals throughout the day so that you can continue to function to your best ability. Don't forget to have you time. It is so important that you take a break sometimes and do something that you enjoy. Do not just continue to study 24/7. You will burn out. You cannot do that. Your body will not handle it. You need to take breaks and go do something. Like, get out of your room and do something that makes you happy. Whether it's reading, going on a walk, journaling, or just do something for you. Go hang out with your friends for a little bit, or just do something besides sitting in your room all day studying or laying in bed or whatever you're doing. Just have you time. You should always come first. You even come first over school. Your health always comes first. I would say for 15 to 30 minutes every day, do something that you love to do, something you enjoy, because if you do not take this time for yourself, you will end up hurting in the end. You cannot keep going like that forever and ever. You will burn out. So just make sure you take care of yourself. I wish I knew all of these things before I began my freshman year. I have so much other advice I could give for incoming freshmen, so if you guys have any other questions or want to know anything else, just comment down below. I can respond with whatever advice I have, or whatever you are wondering about what your freshman year of college may be like. It would mean so much to me if you would subscribe to my channel, and if you like this video, then go ahead and give it a like. And comment down below any other ideas you have for videos that you want to see in the future. I love making these videos. I'm just having so much fun with it, and I can't wait to make more. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you guys in the next one. I love you guys so much. Bye.